Alright, Sistas fans. Now, if you watch my review, you already know I was not too crazy about the Preston, Danni, and Mindy stuff in the last episode. It wasn't bad, but I did feel it kind of dragged on in some places. Not to mention the setup was really nonsensical. For example, Preston, why did you go up to Danni to talk about how, hey, would you like to meet her, even though she's made it clear a few times that she has no interest in meeting Mindy? If I recall correctly, towards the end of season 5, at the airport when she was coming to Atlanta, Preston's like, she'll be here in a minute. Would you like me to bring her over? And Danni made it clear, Preston, don't bring that girl over here. Now, after the phone conversation you had, and she made it clear, like, hey, tomorrow morning, stop by my place. I'll have your stuff that you left in a box by the front door. Now it's like, hey, I'll drop off Mindy at the hotel, then I'll come talk to you. What is there to talk about, bro? You have an engagement ring on Mindy's finger. Why in the world would you go talk with Danni? And like, what would the conversation even be like? I mean, hell, even when he's like, I've never been in love like this before. I mean, like, I guess he was referring to Danni. But then you look at Danni's behavior in this episode and season 5, and it's like, what the hell does he see in her? I mean, you go back to like season 2 and whatnot, it was good between them for the most part. But everything that's happened since then, it's like, Preston, bro, just go. Take Mindy and go. Mindy's fine anyway. I like her. But, I mean, you know, at some point, Tyler Perry is going to give this character some sort of character flaw where it's like, Preston's better off with Danni. Not really. I mean, the way she went over and made a spectacle of herself was just humiliating. I mean, I don't know what was more cringe, Danni's behavior or the fact that Preston was like, yeah, let me drop off Mindy, then I'll come talk to you. And I will give Danni points for pointing out the ridiculous of, so you're wearing the ring that he proposed to me with, and you're okay with being dropped off and letting this man come see me. Like, no, it couldn't be me. So yeah, with that, I did agree with her on, but then she started spouting nonsense about, you know, the kind of man Preston is doing this kind of stuff. But it's like, I mean, how many times did Preston come over to your place and the morning after you had a night with El Fuego or the bartender at the gay bar, and then he, you know, was able to quote unquote sniff out the fact that you and Q messed around? It's like, you have no room to talk about Preston and his antics when you've done far dirtier. But it just goes to the fact that I think Tyler just ruined this character for the sake of Danni having something to complain about regarding Preston, aside from him popping up unannounced. So it's like, okay, well, Preston isn't popping up unannounced anymore, so we need to come up with another way. Oh, how about he proposes to Danni, but then he has this random girl from his past waiting for him in Texas. It just makes no sense. So I honestly didn't care for this scene too much. And it just, the Mindy aspect of it, you know, wanting to be certain before marrying Preston, it's like, wait, what? I mean, who's to say? I mean, kind of like Aaron, we found out, oh yeah, well, I got this girl while you were still deciding where you wanted to be with Zach. I mean, Mindy was allegedly in Texas waiting for Preston to come home and then marry her, but how do we know she doesn't have or had a couple of side dudes, you know, while she was waiting? I mean, you gotta ask, like, who in their right mind would wait? But then again, hey, these things do happen. But yeah, I honestly didn't care about it too much. I guess the only reason we're going to see Preston show up at Danni's place is to save her from Jonah based on the promo for the next episode. But that's about it. These two have no business being together. I stand by that. Agree or disagree, that's how I feel. So, let's talk about in the comment section below, what did you think about Mindy? And I will admit, Danni's strut over there was pretty damn funny. That much I will say. But also, the other sisters suck because they act like they couldn't stop Danni from going over there. And it's 3 of them. They just wanted to see chaos unfold. These women thrive for the drama. They live for the drama. Simple as that. Alright? And also, I mentioned this before, but even though it was funny for Preston reaching for every glass of alcohol he could, the moment Danni sat down, I'm like, well, Danni said it best. It's like, what? You wanted me to come over here to meet her and I come to meet her. So why is Preston acting all nervous? Like I said in my other videos, even if Preston didn't go over to the bar to talk with Danni, she was going to come over there because remember, the women notice, like, hey, is that who I think it is over there? Yeah, Danni was going to go over there and make a fool out of herself. And it's 3 for 3. This is the third time she's interrupted one of Preston's dates with another woman and just basically reaffirm my stance on her and Preston having no business being together. All right, well, like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.